Dark so long I cannot find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now, it haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me. In this red light, it calls me. He is reaching out, consuming. Tyrant of the dark star, where's my love? What hold this heart? Daylight is a distant dream.
The Dark Star. I'm Aubrey, your GM. I will introduce my players. They will introduce themselves, who they are, who they're playing, all of that lovely stuff. And then we'll get into things.
Hi, my name's Aki. Pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Gravewing, who is our monk kinesist. That's it. That's all you get to know about her. Well, also uses she, her pronouns.
Hi, y'all. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Laeth, our Dampier, dandy, and rogue who uses she, any pronouns.
It's me. Hello, I'm Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm playing Eurideux. Just Eurideux for now. They also use they, he pronouns, and they are going to be our blood hunter.
Hello, I am Farris. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Alouette, the Nephilim, I think is what they're called now, thaumaturge, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Hello, I am Sparlock. I use he, him pronouns. I am playing Alistair Whiskerfield, the renowned wizard and investigator who uses he, him pronouns also.
And quickly, before we get into the recap of what's happened and everything going forward, I'm going to ask the RP question, and it was actually inspired by Farris in our server of asking in honor of Free Comic Book Day, if your character had a comic book series about them, what would it be called and what would the vibe be? So we'll start with you with Farris.
I was still bringing it back up, my answer. Oh, geez. Okay. I was opening Discord as we spoke. So Alouette would have like a very like a Sherlock style comic that like starts off very like Victorian, mystery solving, high society, like political fantasy vibes that slowly develops into like eldritch horror and gets spookier and more monstrous as time goes on. And it would be called Carrion Eaters for no reason at all.
No reason. And you can choose whoever goes next.
Alyssa.
I did not have time to think about this more, so I will give the answer that I gave to the original prompt from Farris, which is that Laeth would have a Kyoriyuki manga, but without the incest. So, like Angel Sanctuary or Godchild, where it is extremely pretty, a lot of religious imagery, no incest, and just big feelings, bad decisions. And I will pass it to Tick.
No. So for context, I don't read a lot of comic books. I read a lot of I guess technically manga is just comic books.
It is a comic, yeah.
Yeah, it is technically. Have any of y'all read a comic called Dungeon Meshi? Don't spoil it for
Never.
me because I've been watching the anime. Please imagine a sort of slice of life episodic cooking series with a bunch of fun little dishes, and then just every random 3 chapters out of nowhere is the most disturbing psychological body horror that you could possibly find that makes you question your concept of being a human being in the first place. Yeah, that would be the vibe.
Then back to cooking.
Then back to cooking, exactly. All right, I have to pass it on. I'm going to pass the torch on to eeny, meeny, miny, Aubrey.
I'm the one who's
Fine,
running the
Dusty.
show.
Yeah, Dusty, you're next.
Oh, fine, I guess. See, I have an answer because Yuri inspired conceptually very much like how the Hellboy comics are, like very heavy emphasis on working with shadows in the comics. Also that kind of vibe where monster hunting, kind of like a monster of the week scenario. And it would just be called It Runs in the Family. Don't look too deep into that yet. We're only an episode insert episode title here. And does that leave Aki?
Yep.
Aki.
Indeed. Good. I want to be last all the time. All right. So Moth Mom or Gravewing. We gotta get used to calling her Moth Mom on fucking stream recording. I don't know. Because that's what we call her outside of it all the time. Anyways, Moth Mom straight up is also based very comic booky, Batman obviously. So she would I think she would be she would have 2 very big runs personally. I think she would have been introduced like a villain at first in a lamplighter specific comic, and it would have been called something like the Exterminator or something, where all the villains are based off of pests that are normally exterminated. So fucking wasps, moths, rats. We'd all be
The bug family.
Yeah, the bug family, haha. But also a bunch of other random things that are a little kind of sus. Why is all the rat folk? Why all the rat folk? I'm just saying. And then I think 10 years later, a comic would come out with the exact same character, that's Moth Mom or Gravewing. And it would be more of the vigilante anti-hero point of view. And that it would then be used as reverse propaganda, which I think the Lamplighters would then gather all the comics and burn them, as bad motherfuckers do. And I think that one would be something called something very YA novel-y, her hands are raw or something like that, where it's very much you wouldn't know until you read it that it was about the same person, but from a different perspective. And then when all the Lamplighters knew, they'd be like, oh, we gotta burn some books. And they would do it. That's what I think. I thought a lot about this. I was like, oh goodness, you asked me the question. You asked me the thing I think about at 4 a.m, Aubrey. Well, not Aubrey. Farris. Of course, Farris asked me the thing I think about at 4 a.m. and then endorsed it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, now after that, I guess we should go over what happened last time.
Oh, that's my cue for once. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. Immediate cat hair. The second I open my mouth.
That's how it goes.
Episode was episode 5. Okay. Which turned into, hey, we are in a clock tower and we need to figure out what we're gonna do about that whole thing. Getting water and stuff. But the getting water conversation gravitated into there's a light at a house way over there, Gatsby style. Maybe we should check that out instead. So, because Gravewing was that's probably the Wollstonecraft manor, which was owned by one of the founders of the Holy Blood, who has gone missing after the ghoul outbreak. It's kind of weird. We should go check that out. So Gravewing and Eurideux and Laeth all go to investigate the light, maybe find help. maybe not find help. They found help. Surprise. Plot twist. Who knew? They actually run into Helena Wollstonecraft herself, who was still there and not dead, or missing, rather. And she talked a little bit about the Holy Blood. Her co-founders wanted to kill her, still want to kill her. It's a whole thing. She is the one who tried to get Akos out, or I guess successfully got Akos out. Good job. And then these three have a lovely bath time. They have baths, they get clean clothes, they find some goodies. Elena basically gives them her house, essentially. Anything in the house, she says, have it, whatever. She's leaving and she's not coming back, so I think that means we got a house. Who knows? Anyway, they have a great time. They get wine, they have food. It's great. Cut back to the clock tower, and it's Alouette and Nihil and Alistair, and they are making the best with what they got. They have a wand of water creation that makes like 2 gallons, and they have soap, and they're trying their best. It's tragic. And then we cut back to the fine dining and bathing situation, and they get some information from Elena about. What's his name? Osmont Tallis, who's now an alchemical expert who might be behind the ghoul fever. Interesting. And seems to be related to perhaps our way out of this district. And then we all grouped up again, and the clean half of the party brought back gifts and smut. And that's pretty much everything, I think.
It is to a point where you all need to get some sleep. So I think we were going to start off by figuring out who is doing what watch.
I vote to do a watch. I don't care
I'll watch.
which watch I'm doing. I just want to watch.
I'll watch with Gravewing.
Okay, we're
Or
watching.
I was gonna do a suggestion. Yuri would suggest to Lou to do first watch.
Yeah, Lou can take first watch.
So we'll do Lou with first watch. We'll do
With
because there'll
Yuri.
be Lou and Yuri. Okay, so there'll be we need 3 watches to get through the night.
I mean, I think
Well, there's
I think I
6 of
just look out a
us.
window.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. There are 6 of us.
There's 6 of us, and
It's okay, I'll
Buddy's.
just watch on my own like a sad little guy.
Well, you're playing an introvert, and
yeah,
your
I know,
partner
but I'm
isn't
bad
here.
at watching.
You get the
Yeah.
detective.
Yeah, you're with the detective. You're with the detective that accused you of cannibalism.
Are you really sure you want to leave me alone with this guy? Like,
Absolutely. The worst thing that
Yeah.
could happen is that we wake up and Alistair's not here. And there's
Or-
suspicious red sauce all over your face.
Or Alistair kills.
Or
Alistair
someone's
kills-
getting killed.
Oh,
it's
that
gonna
would
the
be-
rat.
That would be okay. Listen.
Mhm.
That would be wild if like we wake up and then Alistair is like standing over like a dead or decapitated Nihil. Like, I've seen some shit. And we're like,
It's like fucking Among Us.
I need you to know that I picture Alistair looking like the scared hamster meme all the time.
Yeah. No, that 100% checks.
Okay, yeah, I'll be introvert and take a watch while everyone else buddies up to have social interaction because I would rather not.
Exactly.
I
Also, because I wasn't here last time, can we just say I did some sort of food prep for everyone because I think we're gonna need that with whatever we have available.
you have dried
Rations.
meat and hardtack.
I think Lou would have made you do meal prep.
We did.
Okay, so I guess I'll do whatever meal prep I can with the resources we have, but it's mostly just to survive, I guess.
Just a little.
It's already prepped, you know.
Yeah, it is very already prepped.
Mm-hmm.
You've danger bread and dried meat.
Need some human flesh.
And so we will start with the first watch with Alouette and Eurideux. Can you both give me perception checks?
Yes. Perception. Roll for me,
in the
please.
dice
Are
tray.
you doing this in sort of like letting everyone just sort of sleep above and sort of doing it in a sort of small staging area at the bottom of the clock tower?
I mean, that seems terrible. The better views from up top, right? There's no windows at the bottom, are there?
There's
No.
a trapdoor.
There's the trapdoor.
Okay.
But you can also do it up at the top. I was just figuring out where in
Yeah.
the what you know.
I guess it depends on what are we trying to keep watch for, the trapdoor or like ghouls coming into
You
the
can
tower.
they're crates. You can just push a crate over the trapdoor. Nobody's gonna be able to get up there.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I got distracted.
I got a 17.
17?
24?
24? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, 24.
Okay. I'm guessing because you took watch together, there's something you want to discuss, so discuss.
Yes. Yes. So after like Eurideux makes sure that things are set up and that maybe just enough time where people have hopefully fallen asleep at least. Eurideux would look at Lou. It's like, Lou, there's one thing that we haven't gone over yet. With the bogeyman, what happened after I passed out?
Oh, I don't really remember. I presume because I also took a knock to the head. I mean, I know the boogeyman was there and was like, oh, threatening, and I remember I got really upset because I thought he had died. And then it was all kind of busy, and there was this white light, and a lot of noise, and people. And then I don't know. But we did not die, so I think perhaps it was the guards. Or I don't know what else it could have been, actually, so.
Eurideux would like motion Lou to just come a little closer as they lift like a lantern up. And just, I noticed in the sewers, your eyes were more bloodshot than normal. And they're going to take a quick look, and would it be fair, Farris, that maybe there's still like a feather lost in like your big bushy hair that you haven't found yet? And as they like lift the lantern, they notice that and pluck it out. And what was like the feather color supposed to be? Is it like a dark color or a dark crimson or something?
Yeah, it's a real dark red. It's probably very similar to her tail feather.
And then Yuri would like kind of pluck it out of the hair and shows like, does this look familiar?
No. I mean, it could be from my tail. It's a little different shape, but I don't know. We've been in prison and sewers. I don't know what I've been sleeping on. I definitely have not washed my hair. That's for sure.
We'll get you a wash in the morning, promise.
Yeah, you smell nice. I don't like it.
Thanks. They're going to lower the lantern, and you could like still clearly see it because you have dark vision. You see like Yuri's face drops a little bit and their eyebrows furrow. And just, you've always been 2 years younger than me, right?
Well, if time has not changed, then yeah, I'm pretty sure we have always been the same distance apart. Our whole lives. Because that's how ages work.
So you're 29.
Not yet. We've got a few more months.
Okay.
But soon.
I think we have a lot to talk about, but I'd like to be somewhere more private when we do.
Like, we're going to throw a party? What are we doing here? Because I don't know about inviting any of the people here, and so I couldn't imagine why we would have the conversation elsewhere. Nothing against them, I just don't know them. Mostly.
I have never know. It's just there's some things that your father very clearly never told you, and I think they're catching up. These bloodshot eyes is not a good sign.
You're being very mysterious. And I don't know if this is a good time to be mysterious.
We don't need many people knowing about this. It's family matters.
Is it? Do you? And like she glances over at the sleepers and then like gets in closer to Yuri, and drops her voice even lower and says, "Is it possible that the family is in somehow with the Unbroken?"
Out of character, Aubrey. I don't think Yuri would have any reason to think that, would they?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's been a bit. No, not them. This is something beyond them. Let's just say my grandfather's history. Some of it may be more true than you think.
You know, if there's someone in the family who's trying to commit heresy or worse again, I kind of would like a bit of an heads up because, I mean, come on. We've been working so hard to get away from all of that, and I kind of want to know if I have to change my name or something.
No, it's more. There is good luck, there is bad luck, and there is being cursed.
You're not making any sense, guy.
They're going to like furrow their brow again, and it's definitely like the look of like how much do they really want to say when there's no people around. And like you've seen this look when actually around you're like your dad, when Yuri would visit, because you know Yuri doesn't like your dad. And they're usually good about biting their tongue, but they don't always bite their tongue. And this is kind of that moment, but they're going to say just a little more quietly. Family. The bloodline is cursed in the most literal sense. And it's something your father refused to tell you.
I think Lou like starts to speak several times and then like stops every time because she doesn't quite know how to respond to a statement like that. And then says, I think I would have noticed at some point, surely, if that's what true.
Well, it may be a thing where when it manifests, you don't remember. Like when we saw the bulky man.
I got hit in the head. I don't think you'll remember much about that either.
I don't, but I remember how I felt when it happened to me.
You mean, are you talking... You're not talking about the boogeyman, you're saying the whole curse thing is you? You cursed? You personally are cursed? You have a curse? And you, personally? You?
I said our family line.
And then you said you? When it happened to you? Are you?
Yes.
Yucky?
Yes. That's why I don't want to talk around these people.
You started the conversation. What do you want me to do?
Yes, and I'm trying to keep it quiet.
I'm whispering. You are whispering. We are whispering. Don't deal with me. You can't just tell me that you are cursed and expect me to be cool about it. I mean, I'm cool about it. That's not a lot, Yuri.
No.
Are you okay? Are you dying? Is it a death curse?
We could talk about this after, okay?
Can you answer the first part? Wait, are you dying?
As of right now, I am not dying.
Okay.
As of right now, you are not dying.
Okay. And she raises a finger, hold on a minute. And then puts that in a box and pushes the box away.
Okay.
It has been a real long 2 weeks.
Yes, and I think that's why it's time you found out. You also understand why I have beef with your father. Also, please try to stay a vegetarian as much as possible.
I'm sorry, what? Is it... So, you're cursed to be a vegetarian? I thought that was, a moral choice.
So what happened with you and Laeth?
Okay. Okay. You are not subtle, Yuri. You have never been subtle. I don't know what you think you are doing. Nothing happened at all, okay? Literally, it was nothing. And it was also forever ago. And perhaps...
Nothing forever ago?
I maybe was a little stressed out and did not expect to see them again, because you may have noticed we are not exactly friends. And so I took out my stress on Laeth, and that was perhaps a little unfair because I'm so over it. Mostly.
Just be careful around them.
Ethan, I have learned any lessons that needed to be learned about Laeth a long time ago.
No, I understand. I know that they are good at hurting people, even if they don't mean it.
Oh, they're good at doing it when they mean it too, don't worry.
I know. The way also for you, Lou, the way Yuri says I know, there's definitely just you know Eurideux enough.
Do you know? Do you know? Should I know something that you know about this?
It was nothing forever ago.
See. Maybe I should tell Liz that I have 6 siblings if they really want to get on the whole family. They can have nothing with everyone. Only one of them is married, so.
And with that, I know staying here wasn't as fun, so, and they're gonna go into their bag and pull out maybe a history of something book that they found at the thing. It's the lady there let me take whatever I want, so I found this, thought you'd be very interested.
It's a book.
I'll say specifically, it's a history of Ravenswood Academy book.
There you go.
Oh. I
Oh,
do love
wait.
reading about places that rejected all of my applications. I can get so much information. Thank you,
Yeah.
guy. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Let's keep an eye out for at least the next hour or so.
Yes. And I also want to comb through the book for anything left between the pages. And I do mean anything. It doesn't actually have to be valuable.
Yeah, I would say that there are some pressed flowers between one of the pages.
Excellent.
And a note.
Oh! Oh!
A note from the headmaster of Ravenswood Academy to Helena. It specifically says, I know that we don't work together anymore, but I cherished our time. And I hope this book finds you well. He specifically wrote this book because he established the academy.
Oh, wait, is the note like an acknowledgements page, or is it like slipped into it like a physical extra note?
It's a physical note that's slipped into it.
Interesting.
But yes, your watch is relatively quiet. Yet again, you watch the ghouls move from place to place, but not much else happens. And eventually you wake up Gravewing and Laeth to take watch.
I'm waking up Gravewing.
We're waking up Gravewing to wake up Laeth.
Okay, well now I need you to understand that if it's both of you, I'm 100% like picturing.
Punched.
No, I'm 100% picturing Yuri and Alouette holding hands and being like, I flew up.
I flew up and it's everywhere.
That's much cuter than picturing the two looming horned beings just shadowed over your head.
I mean, I'm gonna get the jump scare. I'm gonna get the jump scare either because like you're both holding hands. One of you's holding like a blanket or like a toy. Hair is a mess,
The
and
other
then
one has a gun.
And then very quietly, I hear a flew up. Or in the bed team. What am I supposed to do? You both look like children that would have had imaginary friends.
Wait, don't call out Lou like this. Come on.
Who drew on the walls? Vanessa did. Who's Vanessa? She's 6.5 and lives in our basement. The fuck? Oh.
Have you guys seen that fucking video where it's like, I'm playing with Amanda. I'm Amanda.
And I'm 6. Love that cyber. It's like cyber awareness. Like that's what it's from. Like some sort of cyber awareness video. I fucking love that video. I love that. That video would have worked on me as a kid.
So yes, Gravewing, you're woken up. Do you wake up late? Because nobody is going to wake up late.
Above the table, it's fine if you don't. I can ask you stuff later.
I was gonna say, okay, so if we have established beforehand that the watch is Laeth and I will.
I think you would have, you know.
Yeah, like I definitely will. It's more so I'm just like looking at these two who clearly know Laeth. They all speak to each other like they know each other, and they're very mad at hiding shit. I think if anything, Gravewing had a feeling before where she was like, I don't know if you guys like each other, but like 2 of them are gay at the very least. And now I'm pretty sure you guys don't like each other, but you did. Like, I'm just letting you know right now, like all of this extra like detective sleuthing, I don't need to be an investigator for it. You guys are just bad at hiding it. But yeah, I'm gonna go wake up Laeth, and we're gonna do our watch. Yeah. Do we make perception rolls for the watch?
Yes.
Where's my perception? Oh, there it is. I gotta fix these stats later, y'all.
I was ready to be all upsetty because I don't have my physical dice, but I got a nat 20 on the roller. So 27.
Mm-hmm. I got a 10. I gotta fix my stats, y'all. I'll re-level us up, damn it.
So yeah, you're watching, and are you going to sit there in silence, or who's gonna talk first?
God, for realsies, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be Moth
I don't
Mom.
think it would.
Yeah, I think Gravewing is. I think Gravewing is watching, especially like you see her periodically go from the window and looking around to closer to the not we're not going downstairs, but we're going near like the edge of where the ladder is to just like peek, and it's very much keeping track of sounds, like because I think it's very quiet despite being in a clock tower. I also think that the clock tower probably doesn't work, or else we would
No, not
all
currently.
get tinnitus after a night here. So yeah, I don't think it's working. So keeping an eye on sounds is more important than visuals since we're so high up.
Yeah, I think that Laeth does not have the same good hearing as Gravewing, so is more reliant on visuals and is maybe especially focused on the area around the lit manor. Just, maybe Akos made his way up from a different entrance. Not this one, because we blocked it off. But if he did, I would like to know.
You don't see a twink.
Usually I'd be happy about that, but hopefully he died in the sewers. I think that Laeth waits maybe 10 minutes to see if Gravewing is going to say anything, and is like sort of tapping her fingers sort of more insistently as time goes on and the silence draws, and until the point where she can't take it anymore and says, so the Scriabin family, huh? What Alistair was saying sounded pretty bad.
Yeah. Sounds like, all these old families are hiding shit, so can't really be too surprised, but also it's pretty grisly.
They're not even an old family. They're new money. They just figured out some way to cull back the forest, and now they're trying to make their way in. But Aubrey, is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought so. But it seems like they're working overtime on getting Generations of Evil done in one sort of quick setting. That's the sort of thing that you work against, isn't it? Are you gonna be going back into the field anytime soon?
Oh, why? Do I make those streets feel safer for you?
I can't say that I've ever felt unsafe on the streets. Money will get you a lot for that. But I would feel better knowing that they, in particular, weren't around.
It is on the very long list, but it's definitely moved up. Right now, my biggest priority is finding the rest of my crew and then continuing with what we were doing before.
Do you have a base? Are you going to have to move? How does it work once you've been arrested?
Well, usually moving is what happens, but I'm not really a known person unmasked. So, I keep a good job at keeping myself hidden. It's the other two I'm a little bit more worried about, but we'll figure it out as it goes on. Now, if I can somehow, I don't know, beat the shit out of, goodness, Aubrey, help, what's the cult's name?
The Unbroken?
The Unbroken, thank you. I need you to understand that and a word that begins with B has been in my TTRPG vocab in 3 fucking games. So if I'm either calling us the Unbound, the Unbroken, or the something else I can't remember right now. But like it's very there's too many uns. This Unclaimed is a new one. So shit is wild. If I can somehow beat the shit out of the Unbroken while doing that at the same time, I mean, I'm down. The ghoul fever is also an issue, so lots of time-based things going on. Lots of clocks.
Well, you're in a good place for that part.
That I am. I love clock towers.
Can't say that I've ever been in one.
I mean, when it's working, when it's on, it's absolutely terrible to be in because it's really loud and it echoes all over. You need earplugs or else you'll get tinnitus. But the view is great, and getting around is actually so. Getting around was easier.
Laeth sort of looks around the clock towers and, you know, her alias is Gravewing, so there's an inkling there, but I'm not going to delve any further into that. Well, I hope that you're able to find them and resettle quickly.
Mm-hmm. How about you? You're wanted for, I'm assuming it's murder.
Sure seems like it.
Mm-hmm. Did you actually do it? I know I've asked this question before, but I am someone who needs a lot of evidence before I believe something.
I think that Laeth glances over towards the sort of sleeping party, lingering as always on Alouette, and when she's confident that they are still asleep, she'll sort of shrug and say, "Yeah, I did it."
Well, I mean, if they deserved it, I'm not judging you.
You don't know how much she did. She was intertwined with the Scriabins too.
I see.
Wanted to sell my sister off to them. And given what they were doing to people, well, I'm glad I stopped it, or at least paused it for now. But yeah, if our time in prison or in the sewers means anything, I would appreciate any work you can do on that family.
Well, you're a pretty self-aware blue bud, so yeah, I'll move it up for you.
I don't think I've ever been called self-aware in my life.
Well, you're not bullshitting me when it came to answering how easy or how safe you feel on the streets with your money. So, I mean, like, that in itself is already like 80% more honest than most rich people that I've come across.
Well, I've been spending the last 2 weeks thinking about what to do now that I assume I can't access it. So,
What you should do is focus on reestablishing contact with your sister, but you don't need me to tell you that. Scriabins, I'll figure that shit out, and if you want to join, I'm not gonna say no. You seem capable. We'll just get you something to cover. I gesture to the face, and just be like, well, actually, you're also wanted for murder, so maybe, who knows? Maybe you don't want to cover it anymore. Maybe you just want to be, you want to own that shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. I don't know. You could come up with a fucking fancy name because it's apparently what everybody's fucking doing. So, yeah.
I think that Nadi might be able to get into the academy still with a matricidal sister, but an active vigilante might be a harder sell. So,
True.
I'd love to come with you, but I think I'll definitely need some kind of mask.
Well, if you like bug paraphernalia, I just gestured to Moth Mom gives you the most stiff form of jazz hands you've ever fucking seen. It's threatening almost, like it's just it's emoting, but like not much expression, it's like, oh my god. Actually, I have one question for you because I gotta know if it's true.
Interesting.
I also make a show to look towards the sleeping riches and then back to you, and I make it pretty animated too for the exaggeration. And then I go, is it true you're tone deaf? Like, I'm not saying karaoke is a part of like initiation here, but also like how I've heard it's pretty bad.
How are there any like mice or rats in the tower, or is it pretty clean?
There's Alistair.
Well, I meant like animals, not people, Aubrey.
None that you can see.
Okay.
They usually like staying near the ground. They don't like being this far up in the.
Yeah, that's so valid of them. I think that Laeth sort of spends a second like looking around the ground, around the corners to see if she can spot any like nighttime wildlife, and then shrugs and says, I don't have the best voice, but it's I can pitch sometimes to rats and moths and such. So it's easier if people think that I'm just singing badly rather than
talking
searching for friends.
Yeah. That is fucking hilarious. I would laugh. Like I said, I check up on all these families and stuff. I know shit about. And I gesture to your rich friends, and I'm just like, oh, shit about them too. Like but I don't follow through unless I can gather more evidence. And for some reason, out of everything I could have learned about you, that was not only the first thing, but the thing I remember the most.
I mean, I'm sure that most of the rest of it is just romantic exploits. That's really probably one of the more interesting facts you could have gathered.
Is your romantic exploit the pink one? Or is it the red one? Because all of y'all have this weird energy going on.
Yeah, I can't deny that the energy is weird. It's neither. I think that ship is long sailed.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, I think Laeth sort of looks at Lou again and says, she's better off without me.
I mean, you technically do have all the time, in like the world to figure that part out. Well, I mean, it depends. Maybe we will eventually reach the evil dark sun eclipse death that is supposedly going to happen anytime soon.
I mean, I'd be more concerned about the ghouls and the Unbroken.
Exactly. I'm not very chatty. Though I guess I've proven otherwise.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
oh, here you go.
Yeah. With those words, I feel like it's can bring the watch to a close. You watch as, at one point, it's mechanically getting closer to sunrise because time is a little weird because you've even like reset yourself to like what is considered day and night anymore. So it's getting closer to sunrise, and both of you notice that the light in the Wollstonecraft Manor is no longer there.
I think she's head out. You know what that means?
She gave up waiting for Akos?
Yeah, and also our watch is over. Let's go wake up some nerds.
Laeth goes immediately for Alistair because I do not want anything. I don't want to wake up a cannibal. What if he eats me like as he wakes?
Fuck you.
No, I see how much you don't want it. I'd be like, don't worry, I got it. I got the cannibal. Don't worry about it. Wakey. I don't know, fucking fingers and eyeballs, whatever you need.
Good morning to you too. I'll go with the rat to take my watch. I don't know if I want to sit near this rat, I'll be honest, mostly because Sparlock is not here, so I cannot talk to Alistair. So we will do our watches separately, sort of, in terms of like sitting 5 feet apart because we hate each other. We don't hate each other, but like I don't like.
Because you're not gay.
Yeah, we're not gay. Actually, no, I'm gay. I'm gay as fuck. I'm just not gay for the rat.
So you're not 5 feet apart?
Oh, you're
We're
not a
10 feet
furry?
apart.
What's wrong with you?
You accuse me of being a cannibal. Come on. Also, he's not here. Like, come on.
Okay. So give me a perception check for what Nihil notices.
Okay, is Alistair gonna make one too? Because I asked for that number. I do not think I
did.
got it.
I rolled for Alistair.
God, I hope Alistair is a good perception to mind the ass. I don't know. I'm gonna put my goggles on and being able to see okay. That you guys got me. I'm gonna pray that I roll
The night vision goggles, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 14. That's kind of what I expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you keep watch. I mean, the great thing is, like, you're really high up. The ghouls aren't looking up. But also, as you get closer to the end of your watch, you can start working on your daily preparations. So for you specifically being an alchemist, you have 2 infused reagents that you can use to make things.
Oh, can I make something?
Yes.
Let me just see what I picked really quickly because this is still kind of new to me. Honestly, considering our life, I think I'd like to make an elixir of life minor.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna set up my little cooking supplies and stuff like that, and I'm gonna get cooking. The alchemist equipment I got.
You have 2 infused reagents. You can use both of them now, or you can wait.
Can I make 2 elixirs of life?
Yes, you can make 2 minor elixirs of life.
Yay! Okay. Do I roll 2 separate rolls for those?
You don't have to make a roll.
Oh shit! Really? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, because like you're using your infused reagents rather than just doing alchemical crafting.
Oh, I see.
But these potions will only be good for today. At the end of the day, they'll essentially, no longer be good. But the next day you'll have 2 more batches of infused reagents.
Okay. Actually, can I do 1 elixir? Because if it's only lasts today, I can do 1 elixir of life, and can I use 1 for last bowl soup? Because I want to make everyone soup for breakfast.
Sure.
Make some good soup. And because I'm using
water,
reagents.
you have hardtack, you have whatever they managed to find in the mansion, and preserved meat.
Is this worse than Doomy's first soup?
So no, technically I don't have to roll for it, which is great. You get the bonus no matter what. It's as nourishing as a full meal, so it's tasty. Using herbs that baffle the senses of the undead. So I guess there's some reagents that have like some herbs and spices in there that the undead just really don't like. Gonna sprinkle some herbs into water, let it simmer a bit with the meat so that the meat flavoring kind of goes into it a little bit. So the broth has at least a little like a salty, meaty flavor to it along with the herbs. Cut up the tack. I don't know much about tack, but I assume boiling stuff tends to soften it. Is tack bread? What's tack?
It's like the worst saltine cracker of your life that's meant to never go stale because it is permanently stale and actually gets more stale over time, but you actually have to soak it in water to eat it after a certain point because it will break your teeth. That's our tack.
So I guess I can put a tack into each of these little bowls of, meat soup with as much seasoning as I can add with my reagents. My reagents probably give it the superpowers. And I will prep some bowls of attempted soup. We can put some wine in there too, right? Because we have wine. Wine's great for flavoring, right? I'm doing my best, okay? It's a reagent. I'm doing my best, but I'm making everyone the best soup I can make.
So
it's gotta be good because I don't have to roll for it.
So mechanically, you can make 2 bowls of soup.
Oh, true, right.
Wait, you're making meat soup for a bunch of vegetarians?
Oh yeah!
I'm
So
making
for you and Moth Mom, actually.
There you go, perfect. Maybe also Alistair.
It doesn't say how many people it feeds, so I'm making it specifically for Gravewing because she likes my food a lot.
There you go.
It essentially means you're making one. It means you make 1 bowl.
Yeah, I'm making 1 elixir of life and 1 bowl of soup for Moth Mom because, quite frankly, she's the only one in this group that fucking appreciates me.
The rest of us don't know you.
Yeah, and that's the point.
For the next hour after consuming the soup, Gravewing, you have a +2 item bonus to stealth checks and DCs against undead.
Ooh.
That's fucking dope.
It's a stealthy soup. And I will wake you up by gently shaking your shoulder and placing a bowl of soup beside you.
Oh my fucking god. Is that soup? I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm souping. I'm enjoying this. I don't care. This is good. Actually, is it good? 1 second. I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. I have some table manners usually. Not this time. Slipping it up. All the sounds. All of it.
I mean, also, this is probably the first
everyone
real meal you've had in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, like there's that too. But like I would have been polite about it. I'm not polite about it now. I'm just like, oh my goodness. It's good food. Is good food. I'm very vocally appreciative of the food.
Niall looks very happy. Very vindicated. I think that's the right word. The rest of you get saltine crackers, I guess, because you don't like meat. And also, you called me a cannibal, so you guys get saltine crackers. Take them or leave them.
Yeah. Eventually, everyone wakes up. It is probably closer to mid-morning at the point where, your 8 hours are up. And anybody who needs to do daily preparations can do those while you're eating. And you can look outside and watch the eclipse as it passes over the world.
I don't think it's nearly as impressive if you've seen it every day of your life.
Yeah.
I think it loses its charm pretty quick.
The fun orange glow it puts over the world. We all just had an eclipse in real life, so we all kind of know what this looks like.
I missed it.
It was really cool. It was extremely cool. It was worth the traffic. Barely.
So, yeah, you have food, and it is the day. At this time, the ghouls will be slightly less active. You're still very low on supplies. You have these basic foodstuffs, but you're still very short on gear and other things. I'll remind, since it's been a bit since we last played, I will remind the people who went out. You did see a couple of places. There is the Eye Indigo, which is a tarot shop and an esoteric shop. There's the Shark's Fin, an inn, a tavern. You did see a smithy, Kronk's Crushers and Cleavers. There is... some people would probably know that there's also a wizard's tower in this district, but that's been locked up for years. There are options, and then you can also go back to the manor, see if there's anything else that might help.
Well, I know some people that didn't get baths. Watch baths.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should get the other three bathed first, so that way we can check out the rest of the manor for
Wait, did I take a
anything.
bath?
No, you did not.
Oh,
No,
I'm
you
still
did not.
stinky.
Yeah, you're still stinky. I'm pretty sure you just had like a sad sit in shared dirty water.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 2 buckets of water.
I was
Yeah,
like,
we
if
had 2
anything,
gallons
your
and
ass
soap.
is washed.
I think we
I
ended up
ass
saying
and
it
hands
was...
gotta be washed because I'm cooking. Other than that, everything else can be stinky.
Yeah, I think we said we washed our face and hands because that was it. We all had little bird baths. It was
Yeah. Bird bath, you say? Interesting choice of words there.
weird choice of words. I don't know.
Sad bath of poor people. I don't know.
Ew.
So yeah, we should go there. Last minute scour, but also it might be kind of nice to potentially establish the Wollstonecraft Manor as a secondary base, because high key we can keep coming up to the watchtower and sleep in here and stuff. It is safe, but also 3 of you are very... No, actually, it's a watchtower. We're all gonna be winded all the time getting all the way up here. Doesn't matter your athleticism at this point. It's climbing a ladder or something.
It's like stairs.
It's stairs.
The Stairmaster.
Listen, if we want a cardio, we'll just go get the attention of the ghouls and run around, okay? I don't want to keep going up and down like a fucking hunchback. I know Shordan having ass. No, thank you.
Gonna have some amazing glutes by the end of this.
Oh my god, my ass.
All of us have fucking hexagonal shaped lower
Steals.
Exactly.
You look like a low poly PlayStation 1 game.
Well, if you're going to be heading to the manor, everybody give me stealth checks to sort of make your way quietly across the couple of blocks.
Ruh-roh.
I should have eaten that soup myself as ass.
Oh.
Oh, that was a ride, and it was
Ooh.
not a good destination.
I need to use a hero point.
Oh, I'm training
Here's a
silver.
hero-
What?
we're close to a new hero point, right?
Yeah,
So, like, if we use one now,
we'll get
That's
one
a-
soon.
good idea.
I got a 16, which is actually not as bad as I could have rolled. I've been rolling very middling today. Oh, I like that face, Farris. What the fuck happened?
So the first roll was a 6.
Did you
And
get
the
a
second
1?
roll was a 5. With my 4 in stealth, I got a 9.
Well,
I'm not beating the allegations.
well, unfortunately, I think cousins roll alike because my
Oh,
first one was
no!
a 7, and then my second one was an 8 with my
least you
plus
went up.
2 stealth.
Oh! I'm just doing what you do, that's all.
Oh no!
What did Laeth? What did you roll?
18 for Laeth.
18. Okay. And Gravewing, what did you roll?
Total of 19. Thank you for
Okay,
the
so the
suit.
majority of you did succeed, so it is a group succeeds. Funny enough, the DC was 10.
Oh, so I barely got it. I
I
barely
was a
got it.
hair under it. Are you kidding me?
If you had kept your first roll, you would have
If
been
I
fine.
kept my first roll, I would have been fine. How was I to
Because
know I was gonna roll
they're
worse?
not paying attention and they're very sluggish right now during the day. So yeah, you are. It looks dicey there for a second, as one of you just sort of kicks a rock on accident, and it hits a thing of metal and it makes a lot of noise. But you stand there, be quiet, don't breathe for a second, and then they move on, and you make it to the manor. For those that need it, the manor has water. It has a place to bathe. You have the soap. The water is not the warmest because the plumbing in this district has not had any maintenance done on it in about 5 years. This house especially, this house has been abandoned for a little bit longer than the district was abandoned.
I called first bath.
Oh, I do need a bath. I am disgusting.
There
I
are
don't know
also
where this
fresh
bathroom
clothes.
is, but I'm gonna find it.
There are fresh clothes and things in this mansion. There's a library. There is a kitchen, but there isn't really. Yuri would have scavenged anything that was actually possible from the kitchen. There's a wine cellar that has a decent amount of stock in it, because at least that stuff is not going bad.
Yeah, ghouls don't like to drink wine, didn't you hear?
Well, it's not as perishable as everything else that you would usually keep in a kitchen.
When I realized I don't know anything about Pathfinder ghouls, or do I? Did we have a bunch of ghouls in Ecreset?
You
Are
did.
they smart enough to pull corks out of bottles? Is that why they're not drinking the wine? They can't figure out how to open the bottles?
Mechanically, they act as mindless undead.
Okay, yes, they have no idea. Cool. I was just curious, and then I realized I probably knew the answer and I forgot because Ecreset was a long time ago.
I did remember I should give the elixir of life to Alouette because she's the nicest and therefore the most vulnerable to get herself killed. So I'm just gonna hand you a bottle and just say it expires tonight. Drink it if you're in danger.
That is so cryptic. What else does it do?
It mends your wounds.
Oh, that is so thoughtful. Thank you.
Then I leave.
Mysterious. If you are not a man.
Yes, I'm a mysterious person. I flip my hair. No, I don't.
Tall and mysterious. Ooh.
No, don't hit on me. I like men.
Don't worry. I don't.
Oh, I get all the men then. That's good. Yuri has entered the chat like, yeah, sure you fucking do, buddy. Anyways, yes, I would like to take a bath. First, actually, because I don't like being stinky, and screw all of you.
I'm gonna fight you for the bathroom.
I will fight you for the bathroom a little bit. I will look at you.
Fight.
I'm just gonna give you big puppy eyes.
I don't care. Oh, I heard Laeth wanted to talk to you, actually.
Also, more reason for me to take a bath first.
No! She said right now it's very urgent.
It is not, I guarantee it.
Eurideux appears behind Lou.
I will do a performance just for you.
Please, I just need to take a bath.
Is there only one bathroom in this place?
There is. At
There's
least
only
with
one bath.
There are multiple bathrooms, but there's only one with an actual, like, there's like half baths, you know.
Fine, just
They're
go
not that
quickly.
rich then.
Just go quickly.
I will do my best, but there is a lot of air. Okay, thank you, bye. Can I just charge past you and lock the door?
Eurideux disappears into the shadows.
I'm gross, I'm hungry, and I'm not having the best day.
High five.
You haven't been having the best 2 weeks.
I know. At least it's being slightly better. Thanks, Schism. Don't point
At
that out
least
to
you're no
me.
longer in jail.
Thank you, Schism. I know I'm no longer in jail. I'm just gonna wait for the bathroom to be clear. I need a bath really badly.
Then
Is
you
there-
learn that Lou sings while she bathes.
Oh, fun. Is there anything anyone else is doing in the Wollstonecraft Manor while this is going on?
Is there a map of this district? There's gotta be.
Yeah, there's one in the library.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. And it's going to get marked up because this needs to be we need to have something visual to further help us establish what areas are safe, what areas are not safe. And then if we find things in other areas, we should have it like noted somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Gravewing is gonna take it, gonna find some like fucking multicolored pens or something like that, so that way we have like a way to color code this, and she'll do a big circle on where she knows like the manor is, and then a big circle at the clock tower, and then I'm going to probably go get Laeth and be like, can you take notes?
Yeah, I think Laeth was just looking around the manor for like places where she would put any sort of like hidey holes or secret entrances just to, you know, check and make sure. But it's not like a serious check for her. So she's like, yeah, what are we noting about?
The stuff that we've got in each place. So that way we can keep track of everything. And also, should this place ever get compromised, we know where to go, roughly where to go, even if we split up or something.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna tell you what to write.
Yeah, and I will
Yeah.
write it.
Yeah. Whether we write it on the map or if you want to write it on like fucking scrap paper we find and we just start like fucking sticky noting it, or I don't know, we'll do something like that. But the idea is we are fucking noting up this map, editing it. It's gonna look, by the time we're done this arc, it's gonna look like the fucking other meme that I've never seen the show of, but I keep quoting myself looking like it. Yeah, the map with the red
So
string.
the Pepe Sylvia meme from
Yes,
Always
thank
Sunny.
you. Yes, that.
Yeah. So eventually, Lou, you do finish taking a bath, and then Nihil, you can take a bath.
Finally, some good fucking clean.
Have fun.
I just look so
And-
dejected and so sad.
But hey, it's fresh water, and this place has much better water pressure than the Traveler's Rest or your old place would.
This place is nicer than my. As you're walking away, Alouette, you just hear they have water pressure here, and the most baffled voice. Oh man! And just like this, this happy like the water pressure. So
I need you to know that Gravewing's gonna hear that and then shout back. I know, it freaked me out.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was not sure how to control that thing.
Honestly, I'm not either.
If you like turn it too much, it gets fucking nuts. I thought something was coming out, like a slime or something. I don't know.
Can someone give me a hand with this? I don't have my shirt on. I don't care, but
as long as you have pants on, then yes, I will help you.
I do.
Okay. Oh my, that is your mouth. Congratulations! Yes, so this tap is the hot water, but it is not very hot. This tap is the cold water, but it is very cold, so pick the hot water, it will be tepid.
There's
tepid
temperature options?
Yes, isn't it great?
That is incredible! I've never had a warm bath before.
Oh, and look, okay, so this bottle here, it's a little expired, but it still works. It is, it makes the bath smell nice, and if you grab this bottle over here, it makes it foam, so you'll get bubbles. You need bubbles, obviously, and here is our little pithy bar of soap that we stole from a clock tower. Woo.
You watch as the giant stomach mouth has a tongue lash out, wrap around the butter bar, and eat it in one gulp.
Oh! I didn't know soap was part of anyone's diet.
Oh,
but they do say to wash out your mouth when you say bad things, so I get it now.
Oh, that just happens sometimes. Don't worry too much about it.
Is
it wasn't as tasty as I thought.
Yeah, no shit.
Is this why they are calling you alleged cannibal?
Maybe.
Because you have so many bonus possibilities for snacks. Can you talk and eat at the same time?
I think so.
Incredible.
I mean, this mouth, I just pointed the regular mouth, this one can talk. I haven't tried talking out of the others before.
They can talk too?
I don't know.
Can
they talk?
Do you want me to talk to them?
It's just set in your head.
Say something polite.
Yeah, from one of the mouths you hear.
I don't plan on eating you.
Oh. Thank you. I am very reassured to hear that. So, do you ever think about doing ventriloquy? Because you could probably be very good at it.
No, I'm a cook. I'm not a ventriloquist.
Well, if you ever need a side job, you would be such a good ventriloquist. Right?
I mean, I think if anyone figured out the secret behind the trick, I would probably be killed on sight.
Well, I mean, it's like magicians. You're not supposed to reveal how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, people have already tried to kill us before.
I mean, yeah, people have already tried to kill us before.
First there was that group, and then there was that other group, and then there was that other group.
But is them saying this out fucking loud?
Yeah, this fight.
That is really upsetting and tragic, and I am so sorry you have been through that. Can I ask a perhaps personal question?
You can, and you might not get an answer.
That is okay. Do you have one stomach, or is there one stomach per mouth?
I think it's all interconnected. Like, I know this mouth, and I point to the no mouth, goes to my stomach normally, but the rest of them just kind of go wherever they want.
Fascinating. Would it be rude if I made, like, a few notes about it in my little personal book? I don't have my book anymore, but I will find a new notebook, and I would make notes there if it is polite.
I don't know if it's polite, but I'm going to say no.
That is fine. I understand. It is personal. I'm just fascinated.
I just wanted your help with the water.
Of course, you're bathing. I'm so sorry. I chuckle. Bye. She manages. Just
I'll
gone.
look at my stomach after you leave and just be like, bro, you were so close to blowing our cover. That wasn't even funny. That was so close.
You wanted me to be social.
Okay, touche. Be less social.
So back to how it used to be, okay.
For now. I don't think we can really trust these people very much yet, to be completely honest.
At least they haven't tried to murder us yet.
Yeah, we're all criminals together. And besides, I also haven't tried to eat any of them yet, so we're on good terms. And I'm just taking a bath.
You can still eat the rat.
I do still want to eat the rat. He annoys me. But I shouldn't.
And this whole
Alistair has
time
done
we were
nothing wrong.
and this whole time we were standing outside and the door was open. We heard everything. We're like, huh? No, I'm joking. But like, can you imagine?
I'm joking. I'm not going to eat anyone that's not, like, problematic.
Okay, so baths are taken. Everyone reconvenes to, take a look at this map and actually discuss what your plan is.
When everyone's in, Moth Mom has found either a knife or a stick, and she's gonna be using that to like point at places, okay? And she'll point at the clock tower and then point at where we are on the map and be like, these two are our safe houses. We ever get split up, aim for one of those two areas, whichever one is closer. We gotta check the rest of this bitch though. We gotta establish more safe houses so that way we can move around the city with ease. We also gotta scavenge because we got we got wine here, but unless you all want to become alcoholics and die, I don't think that's sustainable. I suggest that we go to 1 second. I suggest we go to the bar first, the Shark's Fin. It's a bar. Sure, there might be even more booze, and then we can be fully established alcoholics. But there also might be non-perishables somewhere in, pickled things or whatever. Only downside is that if it's a bar or tavern, that means it's surrounded by locals, which also means that I personally think that it will have the most ghouls. I have not checked. I do think that's where it's at. I also think we should check the wizard tower last. It's a tower. It sounds like we're gonna need actual provisions to get into it. If it belongs to a wizard, I'm not magical, but I would assume that I have magical traps.
You'd be around long enough. This tower's been sealed for over 100 years and nobody's been able to get into it.
This tower's been sealed longer than the Avatar was in ice. I don't know.
No,
Sorry,
yeah,
I
that
realized.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That great play.
A great fucking
You
play.
think I can afford to go to a play?
I mean, they redo it outside. Technically, the ones that they do with the puppets is way better than the ones they do with the people. What are they called? Like the Ember Island players? They suck.
Usually that's when it's really busy at the shop, so I've just spent all my time serving food and not watching the plays.
You need to get out a lot more. This is why people think you're a cannibal.
Hasn't that been confirmed true? I mean, good on you. Like,
Wait, you would support a cannibal?
So we're going to the bar first?
Bar first, yeah.
Okay.
Giving you a look.
Real quick, Aubrey,
Yes.
on the map, would this bar also happen to be nearby anywhere else that we could potentially like hop over to next, or
Yeah,
is the bar like
it's-
further out?
The shark's fin is pretty much in the same area as the Eye Indigo and the Curious Corvid books.
Gravewing is gonna point to the other two shops and go, these two are nearby. We could probably hit all three depending on ghoul activity. But if we were to go for two only today, which other one do we want to go to? We will be going to the bar. 100%. Other two though.
You said it was Eye Indigo and the bookstore?
Yes.
The bookstore, please.
Bookstore, yeah.
Because it will have useful information about the area and ghouls and other things like that.
You just want to read books?
I want information.
You look like a you look like a stationary girl.
I don't get out much.
I'm okay with the bookstore if we have the time to do it.
I think it is more useful than a tarot shop.
Aren't you like a monster hunter or something?
We kind of, mostly, working on it.
So then wouldn't
Yeah.
a tarot shop, which is occult base, have things that maybe monster hunters would be a little bit curious about?
I mean, as well the bookstore, because the bookstore could probably have books on monster hunting.
We have a library in this banner.
Yeah, I didn't find as much as we wanted.
I will confess I have never been to a tarot shop. I assumed it was just cards.
I mean, it could be, but also
If you
Occult
But
think,
do they
Base
have
things.
trinkets?
do you think the tarot shop would be the more useful? Looking like at Gravewing, like if you think it's more useful, we could go today.
I do think it's more useful, but
Okay.
I'm already very adamant about the bar.
Do you think we could do parties? There's 6 of us.
I think it's very highly dependent on the ghoul issue that we see. If this area is swarmed with ghouls, we might have to abandon it until we can deal with them. If very few, we can split up. We also got to be wary about potential ghouls being inside the shops, and I look directly at Lou and be like, you have bells. Your bells are cool. It's just sound.
I can do non-bell stuff. If there was actually interesting items, it's the tarot shop that would actually be better for me, because then I can gather more esoterica, because everything I have is gone. And I'm fine with that. But I would like to
It's a
start
higher
over.
chance. It's a higher chance at the tarot shop, yeah. I mean, once again, it could also literally just be cards, and if so, we just dip and go to the next one. It would be a real quick in and out versus books.
I like that idea. I changed my mind. We do the tarot shop.
All right. Shark's fin. And then Eye Indigo.
Out of character question, Aubrey, how long has this area been abandoned for?
It's been somewhere between 3 to 5 years. 5
Okay.
years is when it started happening. About 3 years ago is when they enforced the quarantine in this area, and forced everyone out.
Okay. Well, there's a low chance of potatoes.
Well, I could have sprouted into new potatoes.
Potatoes are a very volatile vegetable. They tend to be typically hardy, which is why I say a low chance, but they tend to expire after a couple of months if they can't find anything to continue to root in. Very determined buggers they are, but also very circumstantial, and a tavern is not exactly the best place for them.
Pickled potatoes.
You don't pickle potatoes. What is
Aubrey.
wrong?
fantasy if you can.
You do in Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
What's Stardew Valley? That sounds like a game that doesn't exist in this setting.
It's a tabletop RPG.
Oh, you rich people playing tabletop RPGs.
Hey, who the fuck has time for that?
I don't play them with friends, but I do play them. I like the journaling ones because you only need one person.
Also, I'll be looking around to see everything that we can use. Whoever here has any sort of muscle is going to be carrying things because I don't have that.
Right, if you're headed to the inn and everything, give me stealth checks.
Let's go to the Finn.
Are you sure? Did we just...
Yes.
Fuck.
I just ate my dice in like a
I'm
very
gonna
cute
use
way.
a hero point.
So, Aubrey, just out of curiosity, is it a similar DC to last time?
It's a little higher.
Oh, then I did not pass. I was going to say I got 10 exactly. I was like,
Have
and
we
you're like,
gotten our second hero point? Did that come around yet?
I do technically have a hero point, and I think considering how everyone's rolling, I should probably use it, but also like...
That was a question for Aubrey, like, because I may need it.
So you started with one, it's just been an hour. So yes, you do have 2 hero points because you start with one and then it's been an hour, so you have got 2.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm
Okay, yeah, I'm
gonna
going
use
to
that
use a hero
second one.
point too, because now I have 2 of them. I may as well. Oh, that's just a nat 20. Okay, I did not need that.
I also got a nat 20 on my reroll.
We are quiet and talking about soup.
We
Okay.
we give each other a high five, shake our hands, and go pour. And
We are poor and we are silent.
Well, my first one was a nat 1. My second roll was a 10 even, so that's going to be a total of 12.
What did you roll, Lou?
I got 17.
Oh, much better.
I forgot my stealth is not the worst. It's not good, but it's not the worst. And I was just curious how high the DC might have gotten, but I should be good. Unless it jumped by 7,
I mean,
in
we
which
did
case
get
I'm
2
screwed.
nat 20s, so we're probably fine.
So
Hello. Sorry.
there's a moment when you're moving between these side streets and Gravewing, you notice this before everyone else does, and everyone else is about to take the step out onto the street, and you just sort of like, do the thing where don't move, and you all watch as this pack of ghouls just sort of moves by you like less than a foot, and you all kind of have to like hold your breath because you all have been around ghouls long enough to know that like if you're close enough to them, they give off this reeking aura that can make you sick, like different, not ghoul fever, but like you're gonna, whatever is in your stomach, you're probably gonna throw it up. But so you all hold your breath for like the requisite 30 seconds to a minute that it takes them to go by you, but you make it to the inn without any problems, and I think that is a pretty good place to end this first part. So we'll be back next week with what you find at the inn and the tarot shop. So yeah, Tick, you can have your job back.
Yay, thank you, I've been reinstated. Thank you everyone for listening to another wonderful episode of Goblins and Gaze. If you like what we do here, feel free to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, everything. We are Goblins and Gaze wherever you look. Support us on Patreon so we can continue to fund all the amazing content that you love and appreciate. My mic has actually broken several times during this recording and no one has noticed, which is great, but also I'm gonna need a new one at some point. Great. And remember, if we get enough patrons, we'll send cat pics, because as you can tell, Farris is snuggling her cat, like, aggressively. So you want cat pics, you want good content, sign up for our Patreon. And remember, check out our other games, Stay Safe, and Cannibalism is Cool.
what the
Now, hold on there.
Zorro?
From One Piece?
Not from One Piece. Zorro as in Dusty's Lancer character. who has my surname, thus I am in the Dustyverse.
Consuming. Understandably so long. Tyrant of the dark star. Where's my love? Won't hold this heart. Daylight is a distant dream. Non facta est lumine. Just on from this world ever fleeting. Dark prevails, but my heart keeps on beating.